Coming in.
With the Untamed Science Adventure Team.
We work from a clubhouse in a tree.
Exploring our world and its mysteries. Lifelong learning, discovery. Untamed Science. Go adventuring.
We got one coming in. And...
Hey, I'm Mark. Why do offspring look like their parents but not exactly like them?
all right, everyone to stations. Danni, what do you have?
This is all about heredity, traits passing from parents to offspring. But how are these traits passed?
It's DNA. Take a look. Chromosomes in the nucleus of a cell contain DNA, and sections of DNA are called genes. Those genes are the instructions for making proteins, and those proteins play a big role in how we look and act. So offspring look like their parents because they get their genes from their parents. Asexual organisms get their genes from only one parent, so they will look identical to their parents. Organisms produced through sexual reproduction get half of their chromosomes from each parent, which gives them a unique combination of traits. And puppies are born through sexual reproduction, so they look similar to their parents, but not identical to them.
Hey, Haley's on the feed.
Hey y'all! Now, we don't know who Falcon's parents are, but I'm so excited because right now we are waiting on a DNA test that will show us some breeds of dogs his parents might be. Now, we've been making some hypotheses along with other people based on his physical traits about what kind of dog his parents might have been.
Beagle, Jack Russell mix, I would say.
Terrier, and he's kind of turned out maybe Dachshund. Maybe a Fox Terrier Beagle mix.
So we compared Falcon's DNA to about 300 other dogs, and those are the results.
All right, let's take a look.
Turns out, Falcon's a mix of a short-haired border collie and a toy fox terrier. Who knew?
So there you have it. Falcon's parents passed on traits to him. Now we can hypothesize about it, but we can get a better idea by looking at his DNA. Good boy. Back to you at the clubhouse.
Thanks, Haley. Hey, what are you working on, Jonas?
Oh hey, breeding guppies is a great way to see how traits are passed from parents to offspring. So put a male and a female guppy in a tank and write down some physical characteristics of each of them, like colors, spots, tail length, and shape. Anything you can observe. Right when they're born, they might all look the same, but as they grow into their adult bodies, write down any physical characteristics that appear. Are they what you expected them to look like based on what their parents look like? Can you match each of the characteristics that you find with one of the parents? But I wonder if there's another way we can explain this.
Look over here, it's a litter of kittens. They all look the same, but they also look different.
They have the same mother and father. It's the DNA that makes them look like each other.
If a golden retriever and a black lab have puppies, some will look like their daddy, some will look like their mommy.
The colors they have or the spots on their back all just depend on the genes that get passed.
Some things in nature don't look alike at all until they get older, change and grow up.
Like butterflies who start out as caterpillars, or frogs who start out as tadpoles so little. These traits are genetic. These traits are genetic. These traits are genetic.
So we know that organisms inherit traits from their parents.
Yes, and traits come from segments of DNA called genes, and that DNA comes from the offspring's parents.
Organisms produced by asexual reproduction have the exact same genes as the parents, so they look the same.
True, but organisms produced by sexual reproduction, like puppies and guppies, have a mixture of genes, so they might look different.
So never stop exploring your world.